Hey, this is Dr. Sonja, and welcome to the Wisdom Vault. Now, today is all about, well, before I tell you, let me talk to you about this. What I realize in this space that I occupy as a business owner, as a company owner, as a thought leader, TV personality, and what have you, I realize one of the biggest struggles that most business owners have is the opportunity to have more visibility and to get in front of their ideal client. And one of the things that I've learned, one of the most powerful things that I learned is this. It's called the power of events. Now, as we go through this, it is all about how do you get in front of your ideal audience? How do you get more visibility? But truthfully, how do you really start getting paid? Not just paid, but paid, 2 syllables. And I believe it's because you don't understand about the power of events. Now, there's 2 different kinds of events that you could have. Now, when I started this years ago, I believe I stumbled upon this. And I stumbled upon it because of what was taking place in social media, or what was taking place in the world. It was called the pandemic. I was booked to speak about 52 times that year. Yeah, that was a lot. And I was going to be traveling the world. Matter of fact, I had just come back from Australia and New Zealand at that time when I learned that the world had been shut down. And I had just come from a place where the first, I would say, episode happened, if we don't call it episode. And I remember hearing about Tom Hanks. And they said the city, and I'm like, I just came from that place too. Well, let's just say the world was in disarray, and so was my brain of what I was going to do. And so what I decided was to take my entire business of traveling and speaking and taking it online. Say online, just put in the chat online. This is going to blow your mind. If you're in any form of business and you're looking, I said any, unless you're trying to teach rocks to sing, I can't help you with that, right? But if you're in a place, in a space right now, you want to get in front of more of your ideal clients, you want to be able to share your message at the next level, I want you to listen closely. Because if you are serious about getting in front of, my artwork is going to be amazing, in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and I can just keep going on and on, but you're trying to figure out how to get in front of them, you need to do and understand events and learn more. And there's 2 different levels, as I was about to say. There is live events, right? And then we have virtual. Live, virtual. One of the opportunities that I know would change a game for you if you would learn to do one or both of them. Let's start with a live event. Not saying you start there. I want to say this should be the last thing you do unless you have some level of experience with live events, because there's going to be fees associated with this. Fee of your location, right? Hotel or building or wherever you have it, unless you decide to have it at your home. I don't recommend that. But you're going to need a physical building, which is going to cost something. You need an AV team to be in there. Lights, camera, action, a stage. You need to get butts and seats. You need to do all of that. And so one of the things about this is going to cost you something, which is fine. But I would say you start in the number 1 place and space, my dear, that is with virtual events. I want you to imagine this. I want you to imagine that you're in the comforts of your home. You have a message that you want to share with the world. And because you understand, and you've been following Dr. Sonja in the Wisdom Vault, you understand sharing your voice is the most powerful thing that you could do today. You also understand that there is a platform or platforms that you can do it absolutely free. That's social media. Now, you're in the comforts of your home. You have a laptop. You have Wi-Fi. Yes, you're going to need Wi-Fi. I'm sorry. You need your phone. You need your cell phone. You need Wi-Fi, and you need a laptop. And of course, you need a captive audience. And what's so great about this, you don't have to have hundreds of thousands of people on this virtual event that you create. You can start out with 5 people. You can start out with 10. When I got started, remember I was sharing the story with you when I was coming back from New Zealand and Australia, had all these speaking opportunities that were there. I talked to the people that were hosting the event that brought me in as a keynote speaker and shared with them how they can bring those events online. One of the most powerful things that took place. And like so many other people that kind of their businesses shut down. Mine blew up, as Martin would say, we're about to blow up. It blew up. Blew up in a great way because there were so many people that were captive in their home. Yeah, I said captive. And they were watching TV. They were binging. We ran out of movies, didn't we? Right? They were binging TV. They were trying to figure out, people were in search of something new, losing their jobs amongst all the other bad, horrible things that were happening. But for me, my business took off. It was like 10x, like overnight. You know why? Because I understood the power of events and virtual events. You want to know why? Because you just need an audience, right? Put an asterisk here, an audience. You don't need hundreds of thousands of people to be in attendance, but you also need a message of what you want to share with them, okay? Of course, your laptop, I said the platform, which is Zoom. And something you're going to teach, and you have to have an offer. If you are in business right now, and you have not generated 6 figures or more in a year, to include a month, you need to learn about the power of events. I've hosted almost 100 events virtually in such a short period of time. Every single month, I'm hosting an event. And so what I want to share with you right now, if you are not in a place and space, if you have a brick and mortar, you have an online platform, you're a coach, you're a speaker, you're a thought leader, it is time for you to embrace the power of events. It will change the way you look at your business. It will give you more freedom, flexibility, and definitely get you in front of more of your ideal client and get you paid. There's a few things you're going to have to know with this. This is not a fly-by-night type of business. Especially if you're a coach, you have to put in the work. And so understanding about virtual events versus live, you start having enough virtual events. Now when you have a live event, the people will show up. Well, Dr. Sonja, I heard that virtual events are no longer, who said? We've had as many as 1,000 people, so much so the next event we had to have 2 cameras because Zoom will only allow you to have up to 1,000 on one platform. So we had to get 2 to accommodate the people. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have all that because you don't. But if you really want to learn how to take your life experience and your knowledge, take the message that you have or you need to create, and take your business to the next level, I want you to join me at my upcoming Events to Millions Bootcamp. I'm going to take 5 days to show you how to leverage what you already know and what you already have. If you're already a business owner, the one thing you need to learn is how to have more exposure and visibility in front of people. And how do you do this from the comforts of your home? I call it your kitchen table. Well, you can do it in your office, a kitchen table, wherever a table you set up. But there is an opportunity for you to have more income, more influence, and I'll be honest, more freedom than you've ever had. Let me show you the 3 easy ways or simple ways for you to be able to do this in a short period of time. This is Dr. Sonja on Dr. Sonja TV. Now, this is wisdom. You want to build wealth? Understand and learn about the power of events. So go ahead and click somewhere around this link, and I'll see you at the Events to Millions 5-day bootcamp.